Right, here we go again. Live again. Now, one thing I found out which is a little bit disappointing is this. I'm only on 720p for the camera on my laptop. That's disappointing, but you can't have it, any other way. Now, talking about Newcastle United Football Club. We are on the rise after we have played several games, including Sheffield United, Burnley, and we just played PSG. Now, when I mentioned earlier a thing called foresight, my foresight tells me that at some point, very soon, we are going on an upward trajectory, and we are going to go into the top four, and then from the top four, we're going to go straight to the top, which means we're going to be battling with Manchester City, who have an awesome team, but so do we. We have players out injured currently at this moment in time. And those players, as I say, they will return. And here's the bonus. Eddie Howe and Dan Ashworth and others, they will be looking at incoming players into the squad, potential new superstars, and the likes of all of the other teams in the Premier League, well, they're going to have to fight it out because, as I say, hiya Mark, how you doing, mate? Well, I don't know about us not beating Liverpool because, like I say, we should have beat Liverpool last season, but VAR officials decided differently. Now, as I say, super chats are now available, and these got turned on today. So the future moving forward for Newcastle United. And what I see coming is I see a tour bus, and the tour bus has a trophy, which I am sure, as the last time this happened, the streets of Newcastle were lined. And I believe this time round that the queues are going to be 5, 10 or more deep. So, like I say, there's a lot of damn good teams which are in the Premier League. But, as I've said quite a few times with my predictions, where others have turned around and said, when I've been up at St James's, oh, we're not too sure, it could be a draw, I went straight for the win. Because, like I say, that is what I believe. And because I believe that way, I see things to do with not just Newcastle United, which this video is about, but other things as well. And this video is about my club and where I believe we are going to end up it's going to all start to get very exciting in January, because we're going to have players who have been injured come back in. And as I say, those like Eddie Howe, Jason Tyndall and Dan Ashworth, they are going to be looking at who to bring in to give us strength and give us depth. Now, like I say, we have brilliant talent. And this combination of being able to change our formations, our ranks, whilst on that pitch, that is going to push Newcastle United much higher than, I mean, we're 8th at the moment. So the rest of the Premier League, watch out. Even those pundits on TV who, when they keep getting asked about us, there is several who are starting to come round to the fact that we are on the rise. And I don't think it's going to stop. The reason why I don't think it's going to stop is because His Excellency Yasser Al-Rumayyan, he has a vision, and he's a very powerful man. His vision is for us to take the place of a Manchester team in the blue half of the city. The bookies, they don't think so. And many of those on the television programs, they're the same. But we can change that. We have a fabulous fan base, which was evident when we played PSG. They were the 12th man who pushed our players forward. And come the time when the City Council, English Heritage, sit down with the club and we start to build a better stadium, that's going to be absolutely epic. And hopefully, come that time, because I have a club membership along with my brother's lads, hopefully by that time, we will be home and away. Because I believe that they may change this ballot system. I believe that. So I'm on a positive, and I've already made a bet, even though I haven't done it myself. I haven't done it myself because, like I say, I don't want to be in the habit of walking into a bookies. I made myself a promise years and years ago. I wouldn't do that. So somebody else has kindly done that for me. And 16-1 was the price. Now, I'm struggling to see all of the chat. You should support Forest. No, I was born in Benwell in Newcastle upon Tyne, and my very first picture was taken with a Newcastle United shirt on my back. So, sorry, you're a little bit out the road there. Now, Beer Viking, I only super chat in Ethereum. That would be a mock-up to another subject, which I will talk about in another video, because Ethereum, yeah, I know about it. But this is about Newcastle United and the trajectory that we are going to go on. And that trajectory is that way. That will appease our chairman, and like I say, those who doubt, well, you doubt. I don't. My heart, my mind are focused on Newcastle United, and they always will be. And due to the injury I've got at the moment, there will be no music until that injury is fixed. That's a downside, but there is nothing I can do about it. So, our formations as we move forward, we've got to bamboozle our opponents, whether that's in the Premier League, whether that's in the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, or one of the biggest cups in the world, the UEFA Champions League. And so far, we have the 0-0 in Italy, which I hope all of those who went out to Italy had a fantastic experience. I wanted to be there, just didn't happen. And we have Borussia Dortmund at St James's to come. That's going to be the black and white wall against the yellow and black wall. So that's going to be interesting. But as I say, my thoughts on this Borussia Dortmund game coming up is a win. Now, we're going to be playing home and away, so we've got to go to their ground as well. In this, when people said, like, who was it? I think it was Matty on Magpie Channel TV, was sitting next to another young lad who was also on his channel, and he turned around and spoke about the group of death. Why fear these teams? Why? You know, we have outstanding players and we have an outstanding manager. So because of those two key facts, we need to swap things around whilst on that pitch, from the first whistle through to the very last whistle. I was concerned when Alexander Isak had that cut. Reason why I was concerned, he kind of likes to head the ball. And what I didn't want to see on the TV was like a patch of red. Didn't happen, but like I say, I think it kind of knocked the lad sideways and, you know, using his feet rather than using his head. And like my pudding. But we move forward. And now you know that I can't use my phone up until I get the phone fixed. This is going to be behind us. That was my mum's cabinet. But I'm using the laptop at the moment to live stream. So like I say, in the next, coming weeks, games are going to be hard for Newcastle, but we have to be able to mix it up so that we can take the points to climb up. And if we can do that, then come New Year, top two, I think. And then it's the hard slog all the way through to May. And staying in the top of the division. Yeah, it is possible to hit and stay at the top. So that's where I am. That's where my heart is, and that's where my mind is. And you never know. It could be silverware. I think the first silverware is Caribou, I think. And then we have the FA and the big important one, which is the end of May. Now, Champions League. I haven't got any thoughts beyond Borussia Dortmund. None. So I can't tell you in a video what that prediction is because, like I say, there's no thought to it. And as Eddie would say, one game at a time. And that's casting too far ahead. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, in all of my future videos, to those of you who want to, at the bottom there is a $sign, even though we're in the UK. And that will be used for a new laptop, a new mobile phone, possibly. And that would probably be it, apart from a decent camera like what Matty from Magpie Channel TV would use, or Lee Lawler from Newcastle Fans TV, because they are much bigger YouTube channels and I'm tiny. But I'm still here. And the things which are covered are Newcastle United, when I can get to games. As somebody said yesterday, I go to St James's Park to watch football. That's it. And normally, when I'm up at St James's, I'll do videos of fellow YouTubers. And I'll do that again. I just can't do it at the moment. Anyway, in the next video, I will be mentioning side things which are attached to my YouTube channel. And those side things will be on Binance. I'm going to ask also if I can do them on Coinbase. So keep an eye out for that and enjoy the rest of your Friday evening. And to everybody who has came into chat, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And the only disappointment today was I couldn't give my mum the good news. And that has punched hard into my heart. But as I say, I will be doing many more videos on the subjects I normally do. So Newcastle's one, cryptocurrency, NFT, Web3, etc. So you will get a wide coverage of them all. But thank you very much for coming in and spread the word. I'll see you all in the next. live stream.